loves, I hope you're all having a fantastic start to your day or evening, depending where you are in the world. Today we are going to be completing the monster square as part of our 365 Granny Square a Day crochet along projects. Fairly simple to work up, so it shouldn't take us too long. I've just got a magic circle. If you're not comfortable with the magic circle, of course, just chain 4, slip stitch together and work into the center of the chain you've created. I'm going to do a magic circle. We're going to go in and do 8 half double crochets into our circle. One, 2, 'Oh, I hope you can't hear all that noise. I have a house full of boys. Little boys and slightly larger tween-age ones. So 8 half doubles into the center. I'm going to slip stitch to join them. Now, when we were originally looking at this square, it did have some cute little googly eyes. Excuse me. So you could see it was a monster in the middle. And I think maybe some legs attached as well. I can't recall right now. We're not going to be doing them in the video today, but it's certainly something you can do by yourself if you want to. I'm going to leave you there to finish the 8 half double crochet, slip stitch to finish the circle and close up your ring, or just finish off if you haven't done the magic circle. I'm going to see what those boys are destroying, and I'll meet you back here when my center first round is intact for the time being. Round 2, we're just going to do a chain of 1. Now, remembering with any of our squares, it's really important to keep track of how many stitches you've got. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is what we want in the center. Chain of 1, and to the same space, we're going to complete 2 half double crochet. 1 and 2. Each stitch from round 1 we'll have 2 half double crochet. So at the end of this round you'll have 16 half double crochet. So to a nice gentle start with this one, I will leave you there. We just like to keep the length of the videos down a little bit, and I don't like to work too quickly so that you can all see what I'm doing. So 2 half double crochet into each half double crochet of the previous round, slip stitch together at the end. I'll meet you back here so we can get on to round 3. 16 half double crochet for our second round. Just love working cute little circles. We're back into half double crochets again, so a chain of 1, and then we are doing 2 half double crochets into each stitch of the previous round. So at the end of this round you will have 32 stitches in your ring. That sounds unpleasant. 2 into each half double from the previous round. So 32 stitches in round 3. Once again, just continue working all the way around, slip stitch into your first stitch when you've completed the round. I'll meet you back here when your round 3 is finished so we can move on to round 4. Alright, round 3 completed. We have a very cute little circle happening. I think half double crochet is my favorite stitch ever, and we're doing it again for this round. So chain of 1, into the same stitch, we're just doing a single half double crochet. Oops, drop my loop. I will need that. So each stitch around this row just has a single half double crochet, so 32 half double crochet stitches for this round. I think you guys have got this at this stage. Just following around. One thing I probably should have noted earlier, when we slip stitch at the end, we don't actually slip stitch into the single chain that we've done, where you slip stitch into the top of the first stitch, just to keep those rings completely circular, no overlaps. So don't slip stitch into the one chain we do to bring our yarn up to the right level. Slip stitch into the top of the first half double crochet stitch that you completed on that round. So have fun hooking all the way back to the beginning, just a single half double crochet into each stitch of the previous round. See you in a moment. All right, our fourth row is completed. We've got a gorgeous little circle. I do love nice tight stitches, and half double crochet certainly delivers on that front. But that's enough half double crochet. It's time to mix it up a little bit. This round we're going to start with a single crochet. Now you can change color on this round if you want. Our monster body, I suppose, is completed. I'm going to change mine next round. So we start with a single crochet. We don't need to chain up any. Then a chain of 4. We're going to miss the next 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and single crochet into the 4th, chain of 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I've made a mistake there. We're chaining 4. We're skipping, oh no, I was right. Nothing like second guessing yourself. I'm not even going to edit that out. We all make mistakes. Skip 3, single crochet, chain 4, get in there, 3, 4, skip 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, single crochet into the 4th. We're going to do this all the way around back to our first single crochet. Join it up with a slip stitch there. I'm going to finish off this colour because we're going to start working this circle into a square. I'll see you shortly. All right, we've got our big chain spaces and we are back, ready to move on to round 6 and turn this little circle into a square. You can see I've changed colours. I've just joined my second colour on with a slip stitch into one of the chain 4 spaces. I'm going to chain 3. And then we're going to do 2 half double crochet. So our chain of 3 at the start here is serving as our first double crochet. We're going to make this a corner. So I'm going to chain 1 and then I'm going to do another 3 double crochet into the same chain space. Get out of there. So corner space, we've got 2 lots of 3 double crochet separated with a single chain. I'm going to start working down the side now. No chaining. Can't possibly be right. I'm going to chain 1. And then into the next chain of 4 space, we're going to do 3 double crochet. 3. So that'll be a side space, chain 1, and we're back to a corner. So 3 double crochet, oops, 3, chain 1, and another 3 double crochet into the same chain space to create our corner. So you can see how the pattern is developing here. We're going to do a chain of 1 and we're going to be working into a side space. So we're just going to do the 3 double crochet, chain of 1, and we're back to a corner. So we do 2 sets of 3. So I think you guys have got it from here. If you do want to follow along with the video though, go back about 2 minutes and 50 seconds and you can follow along from there. I'll see you back here. Just going to join it up with a slip stitch. Okay, I'm back. We're starting to look a little bit squarer. Let's move on to our next round. Now you can change color here, or you can flip it and work backwards if that's how you're more comfortable doing grannies. I just like to slip stitch across to the next chain space and continue working on the front. So I'm just going to slip stitch to the corner. Of course, if you wanted to flip it, you could just work straight into this chain space. Corner chain space, so exactly the same pattern as the last round. Doing a chain of 3 as our first stitch, which will count as a double crochet. I'm going to work another 2. A chain of 1 and another 3 double crochet because it's a corner. And we're working traditional granny square for this round. What I mean by that is corners will have 2 sets of 3 double crochet, and side chain spaces will have 3 double crochet, and that's it. We're separating with a single chain. So into the next, the single chain space from the previous round, we're going to work 3 double crochet. Single chain, 3 double crochet, a single chain, and we're back to a corner space. So 3 double crochet, chain of 1, back into the same corner chain space with another 3 double crochet. You guys are awesome, and I'm sure that you can follow the standard granny pattern from here. If you haven't, before I go into this second hole, I'll tell you to rewind about 2.5 minutes and you can follow along with the video for the remaining 3 sides. Happy hooking around the edge of this one. I will meet you back here in a little while. Slip stitch it all together. You can continue the next round, which will just be a single crochet border in the same color, or you can change color, entirely up to you. But I'll meet you back here at the end of this round so we can go through that. Okay, I'm back. And the lovely granny stitch is making us look nice and square now. Before I get started on the final row, I just wanted to point out that if your sizing isn't seeming right, because remember this is just a round of single crochet border that we're doing now. If you've got to get quite a bit bigger, if you are a tighter hooker like I am, you can always add in another row of granny stitch. So just 3 double crochet in each single chain space, 2 lots of 3 double crochet with a single chain in the corners to separate them, or you could just do a few rounds of single crochet, whichever you're more comfortable with, to get your square to your desired size. So I've just changed colour to do the border to this gorgeous soft pink. I thought I'd start in a corner so I can show you that, and along the side it is single crochet, very basic. So I've joined in with a slip stitch, going to go do a single crochet into the corner, a second single crochet, a chain of 1, oops, and another 2 single crochet. I just love those half doubles. That's not what we want. Single crochet. Oh, what is my wool doing there? Doesn't matter, I'll fix that up. The remainder of the row is simply a single crochet into each stitch. So single, single. Now, a single into the chain space. That wasn't what I was looking for there. A single into each stitch. So 1, 2, 3, a single crochet into the chain space. You can see how that's working out. Continues exactly the same all the way around. Just a single crochet into each stitch. The only exception, of course, is the corner, where we're doing 2 single crochet, a chain of 1 to give us those nice pointy corners, which looks so effective when you have a circle in the middle, and then another 2 single crochet. So we're nearly at the corner now. If you're wanting to continue following along with the video, I started this row 2 row of single crochet, Sammy. I started this row of single crochet about 3 minutes ago. Probably have to listen to a little bit of me yapping, but I'm just going to do this final corner and then I'm going to leave you to finish off on your own. So 1, 2 single crochet for the corner, a chain of 1, going back into the corner chain space with another 2 single crochet, and then we just continue working a single crochet into each stitch from the previous round. So I will meet you next time because we're finished. As I said, you can make it bigger, smaller, have a play around with it. It is called the monster square, so if you wanted to turn this little center into a monster and front loop some little legs or arms, or pop some eyes on him, I'd love to see you guys having some fun with this one. I hope you have enjoyed this video and found it really helpful. If you have, please feel free to give it a thumbs up. The more likes we get on our videos, the more exposure our YouTube channel gets, so we can get more people hooked on hooking. Have a fantastic day. See you next time.